Between Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte, I would go for Bridgerton any day, any time. Before I come into details to these two series, let me especially welcome you to my channel. My name is Bevlin. If you are new here, do well to be part of the 1,000, content subscribers. Do well to turn on your bell button so that whenever I post a new video, you, my friend, will be notified. My name is Bevlin. You are especially welcome. So Queen Charlotte, I'll put Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte by side because I don't think that they can go separately. They are together. One is a throwback to the other. Okay. And first of all, I would say that the resemblance between young Queen Charlotte and old Queen Charlotte is quite good. The way they speak, their body language, the way their smile, this sarcasm that they have, the cynical part of them, okay, how they relate with people, how they speak, how they act, how I think the resemblance was quite good. Now I get where she gets her exuberance, her youthfulness was from her young age, and I think that resemblance was quite good. The person that they chose for her was quite good. Now I come to Lady Danbury, young Lady Danbury and old Lady Danbury. By the way, Lady Danbury was my favorite in Bridgerton. I didn't review Bridgerton, so let me just push this through. So yeah, between Lady Danbury and then old Lady Danbury, I really don't think that the connection is really there. The old Lady Danbury that I saw in Bridgerton, I was expecting so much with young Lady Danbury. And I don't think she met my expectation. I really don't think she met my expectation. Anytime old Lady Danbury speaks, okay, the wisdom in there, I got that just a few times with young Lady Danbury, only when she's having a conversation with the Queen, young Queen Charlotte, or King George's mother. But I didn't really feel her as I was expecting to. I didn't really feel young Lady Danbury. I thought that, as they did with Queen Charlotte, I don't think they did that much of a good job with young Lady Danbury. But then her husband, Lord Danbury, I wasn't expecting it. Weren't you shocked too? I was like, now I understand why. Now I understand her distance from, love. But she was able to, join two people. She was able to bring two people who like each other together, but cannot say it, that kind of a thing. But her love life, I understood when I watched the Queen Charlotte. And then again, I didn't really feel her. I felt something was missing. The connection wasn't really good between the young Lady Danbury and then the old Lady Danbury. I think I didn't see enough also of the relationship between the Queen and Lady Danbury. I think the way we saw them in Bridgerton, that's not how I saw them in Queen Charlotte. I felt like their friendship, they were going to show us how they became friends. So I thought it would be more, they'll spend more time together, they will speak a lot more, they would have something, a secret, that binds them, that kind of a friendship. I don't think that they gave us enough of that. So with that, part two, I think we were starved a little bit with regards to their friendship, and so I thought that they could have done more when it came to that. Now we go to the storyline. Let me go to the storyline in Queen Charlotte. Two people, they are signed off, especially the ladies. You are given to a man you've not even seen before to go and marry him. A beautiful love story between Charlotte and then King George. Okay, now Charlotte comes to this, place which is new to her. Culture is different, everything is different. She wants to that their very first encounter was quite beautiful when she was trying to go over the wall to escape her own wedding day. That encounter was really nice. The conversation was beautiful. But then they are brought together. They have to marry, make babies, produce heirs and stuff like that. And along the way, it's hard loving somebody you don't know. The person has secrets that he feels will be a burden to you. He doesn't want you to feel pity for him and stuff like that. So they all had their personal struggles. Aside the fact that King George had to be a king, he also had his own personal struggles. He had his own passions. He had his own stuff that he wanted to do and then could not also share with his wife. And so that bit was quite emotional, especially when Charlotte kept writing to King George and she was not getting a response. I was wondering why Charlotte wouldn't just get up into her carriage and then go over to the place as she used to do. But she kept writing letters, and the letters were so many and there was no response, and that was unusual. So I was expecting Charlotte to just get up one day, jump into her carriage, go to King George's place, and then go and find, go and look for him. I think she did that a bit too late. A bit too late. He had gone through worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I don't blame George, this young lady, she's beautiful, you like her. You don't want her to, see you in a pitiful manner. Men and, how they want to portray themselves and how they want to look. No sign of weakness and stuff like that. I don't really blame him, but I think that Charlotte was a bit late. But then, I like how when she took she took control over the situation. She dismissed the doctor, took her husband in, and then, gave him care. Now, talking about care between George and then Charlotte, I still do not understand why in Bridgerton, the queen was so happy and always wanted to know if the king had died. If you look at how the Queen Charlotte ended, you could see that the love is there, the care is there. They had this place under the bed that they could go to and have a conversation. So why was she so excited and always looking forward to news that her husband had died, that the king had died? I didn't get that part. If you did, kindly help me in the comment section because I didn't get it. You like the guy? He's just ill. They've had beautiful life as young people. And so you know how to, relate with this person, you know how to deal with the person, you know how to, relate with the person basically. And so your excitement and, looking forward to him dying, I didn't really get that part, but I mean, that's just one of those things. A shocker for me though, was when I found out that Lady Danbury, young Lady Danbury, had an affair with Violet's father. The white man was Violet's father, that's Daphne's mom. So she had an affair with the old man. And shocker, that's the biggest shock in Queen Charlotte for me. I was like, oh wow. And she's related with this lady as a friend, and she's not saying anything. He saw the trap Violet set for her, but Violet couldn't ask her, did you have an affair with my father? That would sound some way. So she didn't ask the woman, but then Charlie, it happened that way. But then I want to talk about the connection between Daphne and Simon and Charlotte and the king. Comparing the two, I think I felt more emotional watching Bridgerton, season 1 and season 2, Anthony and Kate as well, than watching Queen Charlotte and then King George story. I felt Bridgerton was more emotional. We could feel the connection. We could feel the love they had between them. But for Queen Charlotte, it felt as though, we're acting. This has to happen. So, let's just make it happen. I didn't really feel the connection that much. I didn't feel, the vibe, the attraction between Charlotte and then the king. It was, it happened once in a while. But with Daphne and Simon, and with Kate and Anthony, you could feel that strong attraction. And even with the love-making scenes in both Bridgerton and then Queen Charlotte, you would prefer the scenes in Bridgerton to Queen Charlotte. Because that one felt like more, we felt like the love was there and, those kind of stuff like that. So, as I said, Bridgerton over Queen Charlotte any day, anytime. And there are similarities between the two. Brothers sign you off to go, to into marriages that you have no idea of. You just make sure that you produce heirs and produce babies for the husband, and make sure that his line continues. You have no say. Two people who have to come together, love themselves, love each other, and then overcome the obstacles that life puts in their way. So they have these similarities. But when it comes to Queen Charlotte, I want to appreciate the political aspect of being a king and what is demanded of you and what is required of you and the expectations that come with it. Okay, how King George had to overcome everything and be a king despite his own illness, despite his own what he was going through mentally. So I want to appreciate that bit of the story. Talking about the King George, it was really disheartening to see the kind of treatment that he put himself through, just so it could be, that better man he felt he could be for Charlotte. I like the classicals that were in there, the orchestra in and out, the blend, from the past to the future. They give us a past and they give us this future, the present situation. So, I like that blend. But on the whole, I think the movie was good. So let me know what you made of it. Leave that in the comment section. Do what to like this video. Do what to subscribe. Be part of my family, okay? I'll see you again next time. Until then, take care and be a queen or a king.